A Thanksgiving lasagna. And I started by roasting 1 large butternut squash. I seasoned the squash over here. I spiced it with smoked cinnamon, nutmeg, salt and pepper always. I also added a little smoked paprika and a little allspice. I roasted it and I just mashed it up a bit in this bowl. No need to put it in the food processor because we're gonna use an immersion blender right now to combine it with 1/2 cup of cream, a cup of stock that I cooked out with 2 shallots or 1 onion and a little garlic. So now we're gonna combine all of this, and this is gonna be our pumpkin or butternut layer. Combine this with our stick blender. Back here, I have a little bit of white sauce, butter, you know the drill. I use a little nutmeg and white pepper, but you can use salt and pepper, doesn't matter, whatever you like. I like a little white pepper in mine and a little nutmeg. Basic white sauce, but I cut this with a little bit stock, turkey stock basically, or you can use chicken broth or chicken stock, and you just put a little blanket of it in the bottom of the lasagna. I browned 1 package of ground turkey. It was light and dark meat, and I took just 1/2 cup of fresh cranberries, just a real good handful. Look how much, I just made a tiny bit, little tiny bit, that's all I made, with a 1/2 cup of water. Now I'm gonna add the cranberry sauce to the turkey. The turkey's already been seasoned with Bell's poultry seasoning, salt and pepper, and now stir in parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme, just like the song. So there's our cranberry turkey herb sausage-ish layer. Now here's our cheesy layer. It's about 3 cups of ricotta, 2 eggs for stability, give the layer some legs, and 1 cup of chopped blanched kale or drained spinach. You can even use frozen spinach, of course, just wring out all the excess liquid. And I have a little nutmeg, salt, and white pepper. We mix all this together. Okay, so now we take the sauce, the lasagna, pasta. These are little squares that I pre-cook for 5 minutes. Flat Italian pasta, which I just buy online. And I par cook it just 5 minutes. I cold shock it and then I dry it. You know, leave it on kitchen towels. Now we're going to do our pumpkin or butternut layer. That's about half. Then we're gonna do our next layer of lasagna sheets. And then we're gonna do the entire layer of cheese. Okay. So after our cheese layer, all of the cheese, we're gonna put all of our turkey and cranberry mixture. Basically our homemade turkey cranberry sausage is kind of what we did there. And then more pasta. I think I'm gonna run out of room in this pan. The rest of our butternut or pumpkin. Delightful. Now, what do you think goes on top of that last layer of sauce, John Cusimano?
Cheese.
Cheese. So this is straight up brick, old school OG mozzarella. All right, now foil her up. 40 minutes, 400, foil, 20 minutes, no foil. Let's stand 20 minutes more. Wow. I don't even know what to say, except this is really pretty.